You chose Taiwan and then you came here. Was it a quick decision?
2016, I applied. I did not get through. I applied again. So when I came here, I was extremely excited. I actually adopted something I saw from them. I started walking around with umbrellas.
And have you been happy all your years here? Cole Fogel here, and today I am with, I'll let you introduce yourself. What's your name, sir?
Kimani Engson.
Kimani. Amazing name. Does that name have any meaning?
Actually, it's a name I got from my sister. So my brothers and sisters, their names, they put it together and they gave me the unique spelling.
What do you mean, like Ki and Mani? And then
Ki and Mani. No, Kina, the Mani.
Oh, that's cool. Because I noticed on your line, you have a Chinese name.
Yes, I do.
Who gave you your Chinese name?
I believe it was my first Mandarin teacher.
Oh, cool.
When I attended Kaohsiung Medical University from 2017 to 2021,
They gave you a name.
They gave me a name.
Okay, so just like when you're teaching kids English, we give them English names.
Right.
You're learning Chinese, they gave you a Chinese name.
Right.
So do you mind saying what's your Chinese name?
Xin Keshan.
Xin Keshan, that's a cool name.
I like it because it's very easy to write.
And where are you from originally?
Okay, so I'm from Leclerc, Castries, St. Lucia. And that is in the Caribbean.
I can hear the accent. I love the accent. It makes Canadian accents sound so boring.
I don't know about that, but it's definitely unique.
I like it. No, it's good. What brought you here?
What brought me here was actually schooling opportunity.
Oh.
Yeah. So I wanted an opportunity to go to university. I tried for a couple different scholarships and places, and Taiwan was the most appealing.
What were the other options, out of curiosity?
Okay, so the other options were Canada.
I'm just shaking my head now. Too cold.
The United States, University of the West Indies, maybe in somewhere like Jamaica or Trinidad.
Well, that sounds nice.
It does,
That's closer to your weather. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's Taiwan, a totally different place, a lot more to learn, a lot more
culture, I guess.
Culture to experience.
You chose Taiwan and then you came here. Was it a quick decision, or were there several months of figuring things out?
2015, 2016, I applied. I did not get through. I applied again. So in the summer of 2017, let's say June, I got my acceptance.
Cool.
And I had to wait until September.
So you came in September?
So I came here in September.
2017.
2017. The first time.
To Kaohsiung?
To Kaohsiung.
So I'm thinking the weather is hot in September here.
It was...
Or different kind of hot?
It was a different kind of hot. It's a lot more humid here, a lot less wind. It was not bad, but just getting adjusted to it, it was a little uncomfortable.
Your skin feels like it's melting, basically.
Exactly. I actually adopted something I saw from them. I started walking around with umbrellas.
Well, the combination of the humidity and the sun, it's quite overwhelming.
Yes, it can be.
So you're walking around with an umbrella.
Happily too.
That's cool. No, I respect your umbrella use. You arrived in September 2017. Where did you arrive? Did you land in Kaohsiung or in Taoyuan?
I arrived in Taoyuan. The process of that actually starts from the trip back home. Because I live in the north of the island and the national airport is in the south, we had to travel maybe 1 to 1.5 hours to the airport. Then we get on the plane and our first stop was in LA, transfer to NY,
and then
New York to Taiwan. So that was about 24 hours of traveling.
Damn. That's awful.
I finally get off the plane
and
I walk through. I see someone holding a sign up with my name. I feel special.
Did they spell your name right?
They did.
Okay.
They did.
Cool. So wait, what school do you study in, or you're doing your...
Well, I used to study at Kaohsiung Medical University.
Okay.
I left Taiwan in 2021, graduated.
And then you went home?
I went home.
And what was that like, going home?
I had not been back home for 4 years.
Wow.
So it was really nice being back, seeing my family, eating the food that I missed. I made a list.
Yeah.
And I went back home and I got down everything on that list.
What was the first thing that you ate, like that you missed?
The first thing I ate, very simple. On the taxi back, I bought a bake of fried bread.
Fried bread. I'll bet you Taiwanese would love that.
They would, actually.
Because they have so many fried, baked sort of foods here.
It's really tasty.
This is, if you don't become a doctor, you can open up
a little restaurant.
A fried bread restaurant.
I just might, actually.
Right?
I like cooking.
I mean, obviously being a doctor is a great, like, respectable position to be in, but if you wanted something more simple...
Fried bread.
Fried bread.
Bakes.
Or you could do both. And then how long were you home for?
I was at home for approximately 2 years.
Do you mind me asking, what were you doing when you went home?
Okay, so as soon as I went home, I waited 1 month and I started to work. I'm a medical technologist, so I got into a lab at home that I'd been corresponding with for a little while. And
when you say a lab technician, you're working in laboratories?
Yes, my degree is in medical technology.
Right.
So I could either do the science aspect of it or the more clinical part of it, so I could go into research, or I can go into the clinical lab setting.
So which one is more interesting to you?
I want to be a doctor, so I opted for the clinical lab setting.
So it's a really long process to become a doctor.
Long and trialing.
Long and trialing, but for you, you'd like to be. I remember we were chatting off camera when I first met you.
All right.
The idea of being a functional medicine doctor.
Definitely.
Where you can be an MD, but also a nutritionist or holistic medicine, or like combining the two.
Yeah, so my idea, specialty aside, my idea is I want to be able to treat the entire patient.
Yeah.
You know, we actually get courses on it, and it's mind, body, spirit.
I love it. Like, it's not just about your body, it's also about your mind as well.
If something is wrong in one of the aspects, there's a good possibility that it may be wrong in other aspects.
100%.
Like you mentioned, a chemical imbalance causing a mental illness. So that is body and mind.
What brought you back? To go to school again, or?
Another opportunity to actually pursue my end goal, which is to become a doctor.
Oh, cool. Yeah. And you went to IDA at this point, Aisho?
Yes, currently going to Aisho.
Aisho, which is a great school not too far from where I live, actually, in the Dashu?
Dasha Yanchao district.
Right. Which there's not a lot going on around there, right?
Nothing at all. It's the perfect place to focus.
It's a perfect place to study and focus, yeah, totally.
Yes, it is.
And if you want to get nightlife, you got to come into the city.
You need to come into the city.
For sure.
Yeah.
When do you graduate from whatever that is?
4 years from now, 2027, June, July.
What say? 4 years from now. So you're a committed dude.
Have to be. When I graduate, I'll be graduating with an MD, so I would be technically a doctor.
Cool. I like it. Well, if you stay here, I'll go see you. I'm guessing you may go back to your country after that.
Definitely. I want to go back to help out. I want to make some changes back home.
But you can give me medical advice, though. I can now have a friend that I can call up, especially if your approach is the more holistic. Yeah. You might be a good person for me to talk to.
Definitely. I got you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Yeah. All right, so, sorry, 2020...
2023 to 2027.
What's the world going to be like in 2027? Like, hopefully better?
Hopefully.
Let's take away the word hopefully.
It will be.
It will be better. Yeah, because words do manifest into reality, in my opinion. Your words really do affect your day-to-day life. While living in Taiwan, have you ever experienced culture shock of any type? At the beginning or at any point?
I would say no, not really.
Oh.
Because when I came here, I was extremely excited, extremely open-minded, and I was just happy for the opportunity to get here. I didn't want anything that particularly that I had already experienced before. So I was just... Gratitude, you know, open to the experience and anything that comes my way. What I really like is a Taiwanese rice that is similar to back home is fatty pork.
Oh God, so you mean pork belly?
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things. It's one of my guilty pleasures. I'm not sure, large quantities of it, probably not so good, but it's delicious though, yeah.
Full fat, full grease.
Yeah.
It's very tasty.
So good.
Very tasty.
So would you say, is that your favorite Taiwanese?
Oh man.
Pork belly is your favorite thing? Or if you had to pick one Taiwanese food that you like the most since you've lived here?
I can't pick.
Okay, that's
really,
cool.
I can't pick. I just
Stinky
love
tofu?
food.
Do you like it though? Be honest.
I can appreciate it.
Ooh, I like that.
Stinky tofu, there's a different flavor depending on where you go.
Yeah, it really
the
does.
Stinkier, the tastier. It's actually true.
It is really true.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah, the smell can be intolerable sometimes though.
Especially as a foreigner.
Yeah, 100%.
You get used to it, maybe.
I prefer the fried to the soup kind, because you know there's the soup kind.
Yes.
The soup kind's a bit overwhelming for me.
Definitely, the fried is my go-to.
It's the one, yeah. Cool. I feel like I'm gonna guess your favorite spots that you've been in Taiwan. Well, I'm gonna guess you like Kending.
I did like Kending.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Explain.
Kending is a lot more of a relaxed island living life.
Yeah, the vibe is good.
The vibe is good. It's a lot more space. The beach is right there.
It's lovely, yeah.
It's really lovely. Apart from Kending, I actually like places like Penghu, Lanyu,
Xiaoliuqiu. Yeah, islands.
You know, the islands.
What was your favorite island that you traveled to?
I would say Penghu for the food.
Okay.
They have a lot of nice seafood there.
Yeah.
And Lanyu for just the vibes.
Yeah.
The island is not too big, not too small. You could drive around it in about 2 hours, and the beaches are very beautiful.
And then Xiaoliuqiu is convenient to get to from here, like
Yes,
from
it
Kaohsiung.
Yes, it is.
Kaohsiung is the only city you've ever lived in, right?
Kaohsiung is, definitely.
And have you been happy, like all your years here? Like,
so my 4 years here,
Yeah.
I stayed in Kaohsiung City. That is the Sanmin district.
okay, yeah,
So it was very convenient there.
yeah,
I must say, living where I am right now,
Yeah.
in the Yanqiao district, it's a bit less convenient.
that's where you do a lot of studying
That's where
and
I have to
meditation
do a lot of study. Definitely, definitely.
and reading.
Yes, but they have their pros and cons. My preference is definitely Kaohsiung Sanmin.
So it's funny. I'm like the opposite. My preference is living outside of the city and then enjoying the city. When I feel like getting some culture, I come into the city. Any codes that you live by, or words of wisdom, or things you'd want to say to people?
If you have a goal, write it down. Make your plan. Stick to the plan.
Yeah.
Execute and remain focused. It's not going to be easy, but as long as you stick with it and you remember why you're doing it, it'll become just a little bit easier.
Ooh, I like that. I got a little shiver there. That's beautiful, man. Thank you for this chat. Well, I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. I will see you in the next one. Thank you, man. And please like, please subscribe, and goodbye.